Today we read Matthew chapter 2, verses 13 to 18, the slaughter of the innocents. This appalling story is a lesser-known aspect of the nativity narratives. The slaughter of children under 2 in Bethlehem and the area is not attested in history books, but it's entirely credible given Herod the Great's record of violence, paranoia and murder. He even killed some of his own children when he felt they were too much of a threat to him. So news of a king of the Jews being born would have aroused his paranoid reactions. Joseph escaped into Egypt with his little family and wisely remained there until Herod had died. Well, that was terrible. But it was a long time ago and things are different now. It couldn't happen today, could it? Unfortunately, we know all too well that it could and does happen today, that children die in even larger numbers in today's world from malnourishment, from neglect, from political upheaval. Very often, children are the innocents suffering from adult evil. The worst humanitarian crisis today is in the Yemen, where 12 million children are desperate for assistance. COVID, on top of the existing crisis, has turned it into a living hell. Malnutrition rates among children are the highest ever recorded there. The conflict kills and maims children, as well as closing schools and hospitals. And around the world, over 700 children die every day from diarrhea, by unsafe water, poor sanitation, poor hygiene. Over half the world's population uses sanitation which leaves human waste untreated. Meanwhile, an estimated 367 million children attend a school with no sanitation facility at all. Perhaps one step forward today is that we are at least aware enough of these appalling abuses to have drawn up lists of human rights and applied them to children. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child has 54 articles that cover all aspects of a child's life. And it says how adults and governments need to work together to protect those rights and allow children to enjoy them. Every child has the same rights, whatever their ethnicity, gender, religion, language, abilities, or any other status. They include, for example, the right to relax and play, as well as the right to freedom of expression, the right to be safe from violence, the right to education. The UNCRC is also the most widely ratified treaty of human rights in the world. It came into force in the UK in 1992. There is potential then for things to be better today. Much depends on how we implement these rights. And at present, coronavirus has worsened every situation of suffering around the world, as we know. I recommend the UNICEF website, where you can find out what they're doing for the world's children in this crisis. They describe coronavirus as the worst crisis for the world's children since World War II. They're launching the largest ever appeal to support children in this time. With schools closed, they've reached 224 million children with distance learning or home learning, and they want to reach millions more. This is good work. Perhaps you might consider a donation to UNICEF or another children's charity today in memory of those innocents killed by Herod.